Okay, I'm gonna pop the engine, take a look underneath the hood, then we'll fire her up, and then we'll go on a little test drive here in a minute. Let's see here. I'll give you all the specs that I know, that I have on it. I know everything on it, so no surprises on that side of things. Okay, taking a look underneath the engine, the first thing I'm going to point out is that it's fairly all stock, which is I think very important. Only thing that's changed on it is the intake. It's got the K&N air raid intake system, which is definitely a good upgrade on these. But everything else under it is stock. It's had a lot of engine work done as far as just being maintained. We have all the receipts to prove it. So it's got 277,000 miles on this truck, but I wouldn't be at all concerned about that, mainly because, well, first off, it's a diesel. It's a 7.3 diesel, and these things are great motors, especially if they're taken care of. And the second thing is that it's had pretty much the top end built on it. $4,000 worth of work done on the top of the motor was a few years ago, and I can tell you what miles that happened at and whatnot. I'll look at the paperwork here. I'll get some photos and stuff of that as well, and you'll have access to all that. So it's had that done, and then recently it's had a, which was I think last fall, but again I'll double check for you, is the transmission was rebuilt. That was another $3,000 job. So just in those two alone, it's you know, $7,000 worth of work, plus you know, the stuff he threw on, like the Nerf bars and whatnot. So super solid truck. I fully think this truck will go you know, easily another 300K if it's taken care of like it is. It has an engine light on right now, and there seems to be a sensor or something on this truck. It doesn't happen all the time, but occasionally it will stall, and it's been a few weeks. Sometimes it'll happen more often than not, and sometimes it won't happen for a long time. And basically he asked me what to do on it, and I told him, well, let's just list it as is, since it's not a repeating kind of thing all the time, but definitely want to make you aware of it. I looked it up on forums and stuff. It seems to be kind of a fairly common thing, and there's a few things it could be as far as sensor wise, but I don't know at the point as far as if I would chase that problem down or not. If it got to be a nuisance, maybe, but it's just something, you know, you may never even experience it, but I want you to be aware about it nonetheless, because the last thing I want is you to get something and be like, what the heck is going on here, and be surprised by it. So I really try to do my due diligence and trying to tell you every single thing I can possibly think of. I'd much rather you be an informed buyer than a clueless buyer, and that way the responsibility kind of falls on everybody. So I appreciate your time. I'm going to fire this guy up. We'll go on a quick test drive, and then we'll wrap this video up. And if you have any other questions, concerns, or comments, you feel free to, you know, shoot me an email or text me. I know I've said that a few times, but I get a lot of good feedback on all my videos and my listings. So well, we'll go from there. Let me fire this guy up for you. Oh, you got the key. And then do you have those receipts too handy? I was just gonna do a quick film those real quick. Are they in it? Okay. I'll get those receipts for you so you can see all that. I think that stuff's important, because half the time when I list stuff, people tell me they do something like that. Well, let's see here. Is there a trick to it?
Turn it all the way on.
Okay.
And then try it.
Okay. There we go. Perfect. So I'll fire it right up there. You can see all the gauges work there: oil pressure, fuel, temp, battery, RPMs, everything. So everything's good there. We'll go for a quick test drive in it, and if you yeah, hopefully I've answered everything for you. I'm gonna shoot those receipts real quick so you can see all that stuff, and then I think that'll be it. I'm going to do the test drive on a separate video, so definitely take a look at the next one. We'll just jump on the highway. It's a quick test drive just to show you what it's like under load, and we'll go from there. I'll just grab it, pull out. I'm looking for a few things on it. So it does have a clean Colorado title, which is in hand, and he's got everything he's got on this thing. So with what he has in this truck, it's you know, definitely somebody's going to get a steal on it for sure. But that's the running boards. So 740 there, plus there's another 100 to install them. Those are real expensive, nice running boards. You could probably take off if you didn't want them to sell them, but I'd probably keep them on. They're a nice addition. This here is the transmission receipt, and that was done on, let's see here, May 22nd, 2013. So about 10 months ago, and that was $3,400. It was a complete rebuild, and warranty on that as well. And I'll find out what the warranty. Oh, there it is, 12,000 mile warranty on it. So you're covered for a long time on that guy. And then you got, here's the other thing I want to show you, the other big thing, and the other stuff is just little stuff here and there. Shock absorbers, brakes. Just had brand new brakes put on it. But this is the other big job that it had done, and this was back in 2010 there. And let's see, it tells us miles on here. If it doesn't, I'll find that out for you as well. But so we're talking 4 years ago, and I think that's about it. Basically, there's the labor there. There's $1,600 in labor. Another $1,800, that's probably for the head work, to actually do the heads, and they replaced cylinder heads, injector rings, coolant hoses, radiator hose, and headset. So that's $4,056.65. So that alone, especially on these old 7.3s, are great motors, but that's something that, you know, with the miles on it, I would not be concerned at all that this vehicle's got another, well, a lot more miles left in it. So just, you know, it's nice to have all that. I like the fact that I actually can validate what I'm talking about. So anyway, I appreciate you taking a look, and definitely give me a call if you have any questions about any of that stuff. So.